Well, joining us now is journalist and author Brian Beary. He's an EU expert and contributing editor to European Affairs Online magazine. Welcome back, Brian.
Thanks for having me, Susan.
How is she going to be received? Here she was, part of the Stay campaign. Many people may view her as a crony of David Cameron's.
I think she'll be well received because she's a safe pair of hands, well-respected person, and even though she was on the Remain side, she's been called a reluctant Remainer. She was not very visible, and a lot of people said that she was doing it just out of loyalty to David Cameron. Interestingly, in her cabinet announcements, the Brexit minister is a pro-Brexiteer. Which already tells you that she, as she in her own words said, Brexit is Brexit. And so she's charting the course of a Brexit despite having campaigned for the Remain.
But she does talk about this special bond between England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, even though they seem to be not so united right now.
No, and she comes from a tradition that's often referred to as one nation conservative, essentially a more moderate. Comparisons with Margaret Thatcher are probably misplaced because Thatcher was seen as quite a divisive figure that precipitated in many ways divisions between England, Ireland, Northern Ireland and Scotland. And I think that Theresa May would like to be very different. Scotland is on the brink, well, perhaps not quite on the brink, but it's not very far off seceding. I don't think Theresa May wants that to be her legacy. And Northern Ireland, the peace process could unravel because of the Brexit referendum. I really see that she will see it as her mission as to keep the United Kingdom united.
She's only the second woman in British history to become a prime minister. Tell us about the significance of this.
It's very significant. On the surface, there are strong parallels with Thatcher in that from a similar middle-class, lower middle-class background in England, the grocer's daughter was Margaret Thatcher, and the vicar's daughter we have now in Theresa May. They're both conservatives, but as I said previously, Thatcher's philosophy was a bit more radical conservative, self-reliance, entrepreneurial spirit, you know, anybody can make it, and whereas Theresa May has a stronger social justice component, and she already said in her opening statement how she wants this to not just to be for the privileged few, how she wants, you know, poor working class British people who have not been doing well in recent decades. She wants them to feel that the government is working for them as well. And I think that's a little different to the kind of things that Thatcher was saying back in the 80s.
Well, she's now speaking obviously to Brexit voters.
Yes, I mean, the Brexit voters were an interesting coalition of disaffected working class people, predominantly in the north of England, and then very pro-sovereignty people in the south of England. And she's going to try to speak and be a leader for both of them. I think we get that indication already.
Alrighty, so what is next for David Cameron, his legacy?
Well, he's still only 49, I believe, so it's rather young to be retiring as Prime Minister. He'll remain as a member of the British Parliament. It's the parliamentary system that they have in the UK. His legacy is going to be very mixed. He'll probably go down in history as the Brexit Prime Minister. Other interesting aspects of his tenureship would be the gay marriage. He, as a Conservative Prime Minister, he championed gay marriage and pushed it through Parliament against the wishes of most of his fellow Conservative MPs. He famously failed to get Parliament to back him for a military strike in Syria, which surprised the United States and many others back in 2013. And he almost caused the breakup of the United Kingdom with the Scottish referendum, which he rushed to the north just in time and probably turned that around. So it's a very mixed legacy and certainly a colourful legacy.
Alrighty, well, it's going to be very interesting to watch as this all unfolds. Brian Beary, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.